Today we are going to start physics. In physics, the first chapter according to your syllabus, that is light. Light is a form of energy. You must have studied so many forms of energy like heat energy, sound energy. Among all those, light energy is some special because light energy does not need a material medium for propagation. All other forms of energy require a material medium for propagation. Light is a form of energy which gives us the sensation of vision. In other words, light is that form of energy which enables us to see an object. Without light, we cannot see an object. Now, characteristics of light. There are two types of substances. Some are called luminous and some are called non-luminous. Luminous substances are those which have its own light, like sun, star, and non-luminous objects are which do not have its own light, like pen, tree. These substances are seen with the help of luminous substance. Light has double nature. According to quantum theory of light, light is a wave and also light is particle. These two theories about light are seen. We will see in senior classes. The light, when emits from a source of light, it falls on an object, and after reflection, that reflected rays enter our eyes and we can see an object. Light travels in a straight line. This phenomenon of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. By emitting from a light source, light travels just in a straight line. This property of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. The speed of light in vacuum is 3 multiply 10 to the power 8 meter per second. It means light travels about 3 lakh kilometer in 1 second. When light emits from a light source, it strikes on an object, and after that light is reflected. Due to this high speed of light, suppose a ray when strike on a plane mirror, it reflects. In this way, a reflected ray, AO is incident ray and OB is reflected, and N is a mirror. Here are two angles. One angle is formed between the incident ray and the normal, and another is formed between the normal and reflected ray. So, angle of incidence indicated by I, angle of reflection indicated by R. These two angles are always equal. We are here to explain the laws of reflection. Two laws of reflection are: the first, when a ray strikes on a reflecting surface, after reflection at the same point we draw a normal, and angle of incidence is just equal to angle of reflection. So I is equal to R. This is the first law. Angle I is equal to angle R. The second law is incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in a same plane. This plane may be as vast as the earth, and this plane may be as small as an atom, because the particle of light is so small that it can fall over a single atom. A number of rays can fall on a single atom. So two laws of reflection, you must remember that angle I is equal to angle R, and another incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. Now we have two types of mirrors. One is plane mirror and another is spherical mirror. Plane mirror is simply a reflecting surface. On a plane mirror, the image is formed, and that image is virtual because the image is present at the surface of the mirror as we are standing in front of the mirror. But as we leave the mirror, the image is no more on the mirror. So a plane mirror always forms virtual images. There are so many reflecting surfaces. We see our face in still water, polished wall. All these are only reflecting surface. So characteristics of images formed by a plane mirror are: a plane mirror always forms a virtual image. Second, the image formed by a plane mirror is always erect. The image distance is equal to the object distance, and the image size is equal to object size. And the last characteristics is there is a lateral inversion, that is, left seems to be right and right seems to be left. These characteristics of images you must keep in your mind. Next is uses of plane mirror. Plane mirror are uses in several ways. We see our faces in plane mirrors, and also there are so many uses. Next is spherical mirror. There are two types of spherical mirror. One is called concave and another is called convex. In the mirror, one of the surface is polished. So this is the front of the concave mirror and this is back of concave mirror. Also, this is the front of convex mirror. This is the back of concave mirror. An object is placed always in front of the mirror. One surface of this mirror is polished. So when we keep the object in front of mirror, the rays which strike the mirror is reflected. This is the the midpoint of mirror through which an imaginary line is drawn. This imaginary line is called principal axis. Principal axis xy is an imaginary line which passes through the mid of the mirror called pole. This point is pole. And F is a point. A ray when strike on a concave mirror, after reflection, this ray passes through a point intercepting the principal axis. This point is called F focus, and distance from P to F is called focal length. Focal length is the distance of point F from P. Also another point is C, which is just equal to PF, and C is called center of curvature. PC is equal to R. R is center of curvature. PF is just equal to LC. So a relation is here. F is equal to R by 2. In another word, R is equal to 2F. Radius of curvature is twice of focal length. In other words, focal length is half of radius of curvature. This mirror is called concave mirror, and a number of rays when fall on this mirror certainly pass through this point, and this point is focus. Concave mirror has real focus because after reflecting all the rays passes through this point called focus. But in convex mirror, the focus is virtual because after reflection the ray does not pass through focus actually. This is convex, and a ray when strike on the mirror is reflected, and we produce the reflected ray in backward direction. It seems to be meeting at a point, and this point is F. In a convex mirror, this point F is behind the mirror. This is the front and this is back of mirror. Now image formation by concave mirror. There are 5 cases in which we see the formation of image by a concave mirror. Cases in which we get images in a concave mirror. That is, first, when the object is placed between pole and focus. When the object is placed between pole and focus, the image is formed behind the mirror. This image is a virtual image. in statement, he said that when object is placed between pole and focus in front of a concave mirror, the image is formed behind the mirror. This image is virtual, erect, and